And then let's go a little bit further. I hide in the building with mine too. Yes, it was rough around the edges, but I actually did a demonstration on how to get off of drugs in that situation in a speedy amount of time. Because I was doing a test run to see why people was leaving their families for certain drugs, which took me 5 years and very dangerous. I wouldn't advise it to nobody. And I successfully did it. You see me in the worst moments in I High in the building, then you see me started healing in I High in the building. And then you see me move from I High in the building to a new raw. Or came a new raw site. And then before those two sites, I was on Facebook and I dropped 40 songs. They were rough as well too, in 24 hours, if I ain't mistaken. I had two different Facebooks, can't remember the name of them. I ain't been on Facebook for years. So I went straight off of Facebook onto YouTube. You should be able to track it from the one I'm on now to I High in the Building to, cause I High in the Building is when I showed the name No Shame. I was the first person to show that name, and I think somebody else claimed it. Let's take a walk through it now. The lectures, the preaching, a lot of sermons, wonderful sermons actually, outstanding sermons. We had the lightning show and everything. Beautiful. When you track that back, you're gonna realize it's like I lived one lifetime 3 times. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of how I work with God. I'm proud of how I stay with God. Yeah, I vent a lot, maybe. Lashed out a few times. But it was all part of healing and rehabilitation. I went through a lot. And then I had to watch new lovers come into my life, which God was blessing me with, be re-navigated to other lovers, or maybe even family members, and pretty much watch them enjoy my new life. I was forced to stay in this one spot almost as if I had a gun to my head to do the test so people could collect the gauge money. Like I said, I didn't get one penny to rub together. I worked my fingers to the bone in hopes of one day somebody would acknowledge that work I put in. Honestly, whatever sacred money I was supposed to get, I feel like I put in more work than that even got to give. Or I could be wrong. Who knows? Outside of the spiritual stuff. But, so I deserve a break. When you go back and you look at it, you're going to be like, this person ain't stopped. This person haven't stopped. I deleted a lot. I wish I never deleted a lot, but I felt like I had to delete a lot because it was telling a lot. So I deleted it. But I wish I'd have kept it because there was a lot of facts there, a lot of truth there, and a lot of proof there. But, you know, well, you win some, you lose some, right? So I deserve this break. When nobody else is there to pat you on your back, you got to pamper yourself. I'm the kind of person that had to massage my own back, my own legs, my own feet, and get up every day and work. I had to eat what, like I said, the dogs that eat the crumb from his master table, the scrap from his master table. I had to eat what everybody else ate. Even though I made them plenty of money, so much money they could start F residentials, and made sure I wasn't able to participate. It always goes back to me when God told me this story. He said, Some of your family members original souls have been ejected. And the souls that followed you throughout lifetimes have took over their vessels. And they were pastime lovers, whether they got in a male or female. And they literally made your life a living hell. And I'm really starting to believe that every day. Every day I'm really starting to believe that. Not only was I minding my business and doing the best I could to elevate everybody, but the lovers, some of the lovers that was renavigated, got with the enemy and attacked me with them. Do you know how it feels when your opposite attack you? It feels like they're in the room with you. It works. Oh, you think hair magic, feather magic, needle magic, nail magic, stool magic, food magic, you think that's something? You ought to see what happens when they put magic on your opposite to put on you. It make that magic right there look like child play. I've been going through this for years. Nobody gave me nothing. And you trying to say I don't deserve a break? Even today, if you put the competition in my face, I'm going to run off and leave them with my eyes closed and a pillow at my face. Because they ain't been putting that work in for too long. We've been giving hard-working people credit, creativity to people who don't deserve it. Now, I'm not talking about I throwed a lot of ideas out there and some people got them and invested in them. You know what? That don't bother me. Now, my ancestors, that's a different story. Kudos, you know? At least somebody did something. At least you didn't attack me. At least you didn't try to harm me, quiet me. At least you didn't put tension spells on me so when I speak that it will mess my root chakra up. At least you drifted me and you probably even put me something back when I get out of here. Who knows? Because if it's successful and my ancestors not attacking you, somehow you did right by me. You want me to teach? You want me to preach? After this tension spell is still on me. If I say a couple words, they'll tighten up my tension in my root chakra. You tension school people out there. Let me take you to the depths. I know about you tension school people out there. I know about the cast. I know about the hallway people. I know about the closet people. Okay? I know about the people who kept people binded because they love the way the oil tastes. They love the way the feel. They never felt this kind of oil before. And how they purposely sabotage your situation to keep you stuck and play a role as if you killed yourself, whether they unalived you or not. I know the names. I know the organizations and the covenants. Detail by detail, all the way to the point of your personal sexual relationships. I know lovers out there that like the same lover and everybody else don't. And I know their names too. All the way down to their nicknames. I know lovers out there that's on the down low and they lovers don't know. I have said nothing. I kept my peace and I drift. I don't know what kind of experiment this is, but this is what I got to say about this experiment. For too long, you've been killing the original and putting a fake in their place. And you done did it for so long. You done been funding people money to the point where they can't get not only do they not want to get a job, but people don't even want to make jobs because y'all making so much money off of sacrificing somebody for gouge money. Okay? Imagine somebody putting you in a situation and you putting all your creativity in it. You sweating blood in your creativity and they're not giving you 2 pennies to rub together And they're taking your money and they're giving it to your enemies. They're giving it to prostitutes. They're giving it to addicts. They're giving it to those who will never think about working for themselves. I know about the lovers working with the Marine. I know it all. But I drift. I said nothing. I minded my business. And you are so weak and you are such a coward, you can't even give me my credit for that. Anybody else in the streets, you get much credit for that. You went to jail with everybody who was supposed to get at least an elbow, and you didn't say nothing. Not only did you not say nothing, you took the charges for them too. You come on the streets, they love you. Whether you in a gang or not, they love you. Don't mess with dude. No, don't mess with dude, he straight. He cool. But now, you torture these people. You hurt these people. You manipulate everything around these people so you can pretend like you are these people, and knowing that you're not these people, you want the credit of these people, and then you want somebody to bury these people so you can go ahead and continue to pretend like you are these people. Y'all want me to preach or teach? I am preach. I am teach by the grace of God. It's in me. It goes through my bones. I don't have to try when it comes down to lectures. I don't have to try when it comes down to elevating. I don't have to try when it comes down to meditating. I don't have to try when it comes down to praising God. I can praise God in such a way, I elevate y'all in such a way, I do a lecture in such a way to where you don't even hear the word God, but you know it's God. I came out my mama's womb like this. Everybody on the block would crowd around me just to hear what I got to say. As if they know it's God. You see me laying around and lounging around, you fired, thank you. For you who do look at the lives in my personal space, you been helping me. I appreciate you. The heavens talk good about you. You keep doing that. But you also respect the fact that I need to rest like anybody else. When an angel come here, when Jesus came here, Jesus came in here and he had to go into the body of a human. This vessel have to rest. Now you can go back, my proof is on now. No matter who doppelganged it, no matter who immolated it, no matter who took it, it's still mine. Y'all know the footprints on the online. Go get my boy Elo so he can show you everything. He gonna tell you that cat ain't lying. What y'all talking about out there? This is in me. I seen Dynamite in hell and he said, bro, you got it, it's in you. Put the work in and freed him too. What y'all talking about out there? I done been there, bro. And you better know it. I done healed people, counselors, professional counselors ain't been able to heal. I done had people throw away their pills that professional ain't been able to convince them to throw away their pills. I done had people put down the drugs, put down the guns. Stop raping people. Done looked in the killer eyes, preached to the killer while looking in the killer eyes, taught that killer about God, and that killer changed his life. What y'all talking about, man? It's in me, baby. I ain't joining no gang, no gangster, I ain't no thug. And I can go anywhere and everybody show love. It ain't no competition out there. Not right now. Not while I'm right here with God, to the point so close to where I could touch God. You guys can't even hear God. Imagine you being so close to God, you feel like you could touch God. No. You don't feel like you could touch God. You can touch God. You can feel when God cry. Imagine that. You can feel when God laugh. Like literally. You can feel the shiver in your bones. In the back of your corpus callosum. You can feel the chills in your skull. Now that's when you know you really close to God. I come outside, I don't know what to do, I'm confused. I talk to God, and I ask nature what to do, and the wind blow around me. And easily I can tell that that's God saying, it's all right. Just go right. Y'all saying I'm this and that. I don't have to practice. I don't have to rehearse. I don't have to take notes. I live this smoke. What are y'all absolutely talking about out there? I really feel like this, though. I feel like you're luring me in for the emulator folks. And you need me to say something because the emulator folks is running out of jokes because they was already a joke. But not all emulator folks. If you representing the trend that I trend set it, then you cool, folk. But if you copying the trend that I trend set it and trying to kill me, then you lame, folk. That's just how the game go. No cuss words, sound-minded. Blowing by folks that's always doing dope. They got crews of people to try to keep up with me. And it still seems like they just too slow. And I'm the turtle in the boat. I don't have to try. God bless me every day. Even though you done changed the addresses and many blessings done passed my way, God itself still give me my blessings every day. You took this, you took that, you took this, you took that. You took what's physical and what you can see. But you couldn't take what you couldn't see. And to me, that's the best thing that you couldn't take. While most people is looking for something tangible so the whole world can see. Oh, they are talk junk to God all day long until they finally get something from God so the whole world can see. I grew past that when I was a teen. This is royalty. They'll take your DNA, they'll take your molecules and give it to themselves and make you look like a thumb out here. And smile in your face, take your money and take your grace. And make the people think that God made a mistake. But when really all you need to do is be patient and wait. Because one day, it's gonna be lunchtime. And I'll be taking back my grace. That's why they need me to do this test. Because it give them one more extra day. You better know it. You better know it. but I feel like you're just luring me in. Please do something, because I'm running out of words to say. You never had nothing to say because you've been copying me every day. Emulator, copy and paster, get out squad. I told you, when you got no more ideas, when you can't come up with nothing, when you more than hollowed, you better go to God and make sure you still got your soul. Who lazy? Even when I'm lazy, you still couldn't keep up with me on your best days. Man, get out of here already. I'm doing like this. I'm ashes in the grave. The hat looking for me. The hat can't find me because I'm ashes in the grave. Y'all buried the real one and try to give it to somebody that don't even want to work to get paid. I know for a fact some of these cats I grew up with, I was born fragile. These cats were born perfect and didn't do nothing with they perfect. And you had the audacity to come into my energy, take me apart, and give my parts to that enemy. And that enemy, once you even give these parts to that enemy, they still ain't gonna work worth a shit. They still ain't gonna work worth a shit. Wasting your time. It's just a temporary fun in between the bed line. Otherwise, you gotta take care of that boy that's always crying. Y'all didn't want me to get out here. I thought you told me you wanted me to be quiet. We need him to educate. He got a ticket. He got a ticket. You know how bad it make me feel to listen to the people that say I got a ticket and they addicts, prostitutes, happy addicts, happy prostitutes. You know how bad it make me feel to know that these people is in competition with me? He need to educate because we need a check because we don't know how we gonna make it even though we got jobs. I made it my whole life off of minimum wage, you might as well say. Not only did I make it off of minimum wage, I created businesses off of minimum wage. I put food on me and my ex plate off of minimum wage. Me and my ex and my child didn't have to go to nobody else off of minimum wage. I drove a Cadillac off of minimum wage. I drove a F-250 off of minimum wage. There they go right there. You can see them right there. I always been okay. And that's my 30th Cadillac. Fully paid. What y'all talking about out there? Family didn't help me get that. You could tell these days, you know for a fact they didn't help me get it because they put me in the grave. Huh? Whole man right here. No matter what you did to my root chakra. You gave my root chakra to your man, and I'm still a whole more man than him. Embarrassing. And can't even put me together. That's the difference between me and you. If I was able to take somebody apart, I'm more than able to put them back together. Now you think about that. Now you give this message to the preacher who copied and pasted me, or to the so-called teachers who copied and pasted me. But you better remember, it wasn't them, it was me. You hear that, Marine? You better remember, it wasn't them, it was me. You hear that, Kennedy? You better remember, it wasn't them, that was me. It's bad when you let ashes from the grave do better than thee. When Jesus here, I feel like I'm half asleep. But don't push me. Because even when you copying me, you're going to stutter when you try to speak. Because you know you ain't me. Turn this down when you listen to it. So you can really hear the heartbeat. Now, anyway, I just wanted to do this tonight and let you know it ain't never going nowhere. I came out my mother's womb doing this. By the time I was 6 years old, I was doing lectures. By the time I was 10 years old, or by the time I was 12 years old, I done wrote songs. Rap songs, country songs, rock songs, you name it. By the time I was 16, I done built a couple cars. And by the time I was 18, I was already a block superstar. Still in high school. Grilled out in 8th grade. 24 carats. Trust me when I tell you I hate competing with lunch food.